What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness across all social media platforms. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I'm a diagnosed narcissist and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy like myself, and also validate the victims, survivors, and the thrivers of said disorder and said traits and said things like that, y'all. Not everybody's a narcissist. Today's episode is going to be about a self-aware narcissist biggest fear. My biggest fear, one of my biggest fears. I know we see a lot of videos out here about narcissists and what they are afraid of and things like that. So I'm going to give you a personal story about my own biggest fear. So one of my biggest fears is being alone. And a lot of narcissistic people, toxic people will say the same thing. Being alone is going to be their biggest fear. But not only that, it's being alone in the darkness, like dark. I'm afraid of the dark. Not just like, not like you turn the lights off in a dark room. Like, I'm afraid of the dark because of spirits and ghosts and things like that. Although I do believe in that type of stuff. I'm afraid of the dark because of what's in it. I remember telling my therapist this. My therapist asking me, she's like, what is your biggest fear? And I was just like, the darkness. I'm afraid of the dark. She's like, why? She's like, what's in the dark? I was like, nothing. Just I'm in the dark with me. It's just me in the darkness. I'm afraid of me in the dark. Just like, I just feel like when the lights go out, there's nothing to protect me from me. You know, I used to have a saying on my Facebook page years ago. It was like, the saying went, when I'm alone with my thoughts, they become my enemies. So when I'm alone in the darkness, my thoughts tend to attack me, like the negative self-talk, that you're not good enough, you won't be good enough, you're not doing enough. No matter how many followers you have, no matter how many people you help, it's not going to be enough. Like they'll turn on you sooner or later. Like people are going to turn on you sooner or later. People are already turning on you. This, that, and the third. You know, the darkness is scary. And my therapist, she's like, interested, you know, but she's like, if you are in the darkness with yourself, how many of you are there? And I hope that makes sense, y'all. I was like, it's just me. I'm alone in the darkness. It's like I'm in the darkness. I open my eyes. It's like the whole room is dark. Like everything, the lights are off, whatever. Get ready to go to bed. The whole room is dark. Like, you know, it's so dark you can't see anything. You know, sometimes when it's dark, there's a little bit of light where you can make out figures and things like that. This is a different darkness. This is the darkness where you can't make any figures out. It's kind of like a soundless room or whatever. You know, like being in like a sleep deprivation. Not a sleep deprivation. A sensory deprivation tank. I've done one of those before too. Scary. But being in the darkness, it's just a different type of dark. You can't see anything, but I can feel it. It's not what I see, it's what I feel when the lights go out and things like that. I'm alone in the darkness. Nobody's there with me. My wife is gone. My kids are gone. Everybody's gone. I'm alone in the dark by myself. I can feel it. I can feel me in the darkness. And I know, oh goodness gracious. I know how to set myself up, y'all. I already know how to set myself. I know people are going to be like, well, Lee, well, damn it. You know what that is? That's the spirit of Jezebel in there with you. Gotcha, Lee. Gotcha, told you. It's a demon. You're demonic. Gotcha. No. If that helps y'all sleep at night, then yeah, the spirit of Jezebel is in there with me. But my therapist said it's just the narcissistic part of me. It's just like the narcissistic part of me, the personality disordered part of me is battling. It's like fighting for control of me. Like my inner child, because I've been going to therapy for the last 5 years, my inner child is growing up. So it's like the narcissistic part is still fighting for control. So when the lights go out, it's just me and the narcissistic part of me. And it's scary. Yeah, it can be scary as hell. Sometimes it's scary being a self-aware narcissist. I think people I want my narcissistic partner to be self-aware. Like, do you really? Do you? I get it. I get what y'all think it is. I get y'all think a lot of people think self-awareness is equal to being they think self-awareness is equal to being like a good person and being awoke. There are a lot of self-aware narcissists, y'all, who are evil, horrible people, and they will continue to be so because that's who they choose to be. They don't like to battle their tendencies. They like, hey, I'm a narcissist. I'm diagnosed. You have to deal with me. so be it. Like, because you have to deal with me, because you're choosing to be with me, this is on you. Whatever happens to you happens to you. You know who I am. I've laid out the kind of ground rules of our relationship dynamic. This is how it's going to go. So, and they feel like you're choosing to be with them. So they're choosing, like, you're choosing the pain and suffering that you are being put through and things like that. That's the mind work. That's the mindset of a lot of narcissistic people right there, you know. But like I said before, when you get tied up in these, like being by myself, it's just like, since I've been self-aware, I notice it. You know what I mean? I notice my, like, the super ego or whatever. Yeah, I think some people call it the id. The super ego is real. It's absolutely real. It looks just like me, y'all. It looks just like me. It presents just like me. That's why a lot of times it's like when you're dealing with a narcissistic person, it's like you're dealing with two different people. And I think when you get to the, it's not dissociative identity disorder. I talked to my therapist about that. She's like, you don't have DID. It's just like, because that's when you have multiple personality. That's when you have multiple, a lot of people refer to it as others. I only have one. It's me. It's literally me. It's the narcissistic part of me. So me being able to identify that helps out a lot with my own general life. But like when the lights out, that's why, like, when my wife left a couple years ago, that was the scariest time of my life, y'all. That was the scariest time of my life, like, because I knew I had to be alone at night by myself. Like, I was so scared for nighttime to come. I was like, damn, it's gonna be dark here soon. My kids are gone. Like, I have my oldest son part-time, and then I was gonna have my youngest son part-time as well, because I was gonna be co-parenting with her, you know? So I was just like, damn it, you know, the darkness is coming sooner or later. So I'll be outside trying to enjoy the sun, sitting outside doing yard work. Yeah, I was doing all kinds of stuff that I normally wouldn't be doing, you know, just to enjoy the light, because when the darkness comes, I knew I was gonna have to face myself, you know. But this is like, I was punishing myself. When my wife left, I could have slept with all the lights on and stuff like that. I was punishing myself, y'all. I would literally turn the lights off in a dark room, screaming at myself. Like, in a dark room, screaming at myself, and I can feel myself screaming back at me. I can feel myself like laughing at me and poking fun at me for being so weak and letting my wife, not treating my wife correctly and letting her leave. But was that really me, or was that the super ego? Was that the narcissistic part of me? That's the confounding part. I don't think a lot of people see the inner workings of a narcissistic mind. Like, a lot of narcissists, a lot of us struggle with this, who we really are. A lot of us struggle with our identities and things like that, and it causes us pain, internal pain, and it's kind of like sometimes we are re-traumatizing ourselves, But that doesn't, again, y'all, that's my platform is about raising awareness, giving you reasons behind the behaviors, not making excuses for the behaviors. So, like I said, me, myself, I'm afraid to be alone. A lot of narcissistic people are afraid to be alone as well. So that's why that's why they'll hop in relationships with people who are not their type. They'll hop in relationships that they'll move in with people quickly. They'll keep you on the phone all times of day and night because they don't want to be by themselves. Because when I'm alone, yeah, I was saying this before I was diagnosed, y'all. When I'm alone with my thoughts, they become my enemies. I was saying that before I was diagnosed. I knew something was going on, y'all. I was already talking to myself, but now I'm gonna do another video on this. Now I talk to myself out loud a lot of times just to kind of course correct myself. Yeah, it is a struggle. I know a lot of people just like, is there a cure? Do I feel like I'm a better person right now than I was 5 years ago? Absolutely, yes. But am I still narcissistic? Absolutely, yes. I have to battle that. I just feel like now I have a fighting chance at a somewhat what resembles a normal life. You know what I mean? Because I've chose self-awareness, and I've chosen to kind of, fight the battle and things like this. Fight the darkness. The darkness feels like there's something in the darkness, y'all. I'm in the darkness with me. That's one of my biggest fears, is the darkness, it being alone by myself in the darkness. I can be in a dark room. I can do that, especially with my wife there, my kids there, my dog there. Somebody has to be there with me. But when I'm alone, that's a different type of fear, y'all, because I can feel it. I can't see it. It's the darkness, y'all. It's so dark, you can't tell whether your eyes are open or closed, right? That's the darkness I'm afraid of, because you can feel it. I can feel me in there. It's sinister as hell. It's not evil. God, it's not evil, but it's sinister. I'm just telling y'all, it feels different. There's the narcissistic part of me feels like a different part of me. it feels like a different person. So I'm afraid to be alone. So yeah, I would like like typically if my wife left, I would try to go find somebody else to replace her with because I don't want to be by myself. You know what I mean? I could find somebody else quick, you know, try to sleep with them quick, whatever, we get them fall in love, whatever. You know what I mean? It would happen like that just so I didn't have to be alone. But this time, the last time she left, I was like, I'm gonna fight it. And I've been battling in the darkness ever since, y'all. I promise you I have. You know, because I can feel it. I can feel it in the light too. I can feel it in this room right now. I'm here with me right now. You know. But again, don't let that don't throw no holy water on the damn YouTube video. Don't go, you know, don't go pray after this. This is not no spiritual video, y'all. I'm telling you, it's just, it feels different. There's something in the darkness that, you know, I don't want to be alone with. But anyways, y'all, hope y'all enjoyed this video. I try to do more videos. Like I do videos like this all the time. They just don't do well, y'all. Y'all know narcissistic people. We need that validation. So they typically don't do well. So if you see this video, interact with it. You want more videos like this, just interact with it. Just like it, comment on it. You mean leave a ghost symbol for the spirit. Leave a ghost emoji in the comment section. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, mental illness is out. Peace.